Welcome to Z's and 3.
For the win, yes!
Cavaliers' NBA best 16-game win streak was snapped on Sunday by the Orlando Magic. How would they bounce back tonight in LA, the start of a 5-game Western Conference road swing? They would need to be on fire and go on another 14-game or more win streak to hit the 70-win threshold and become just the third team in NBA history to do such. So an important start to the road trip if the Cavs want to make history. Just 4 games across the evening in the association, 2 between teams with playoff placement. Quick show, so if you haven't yet, go check out episode 2 of the Signature Sneaker Showdown. 16 shoes, 8 first-round matchups on our way to crown a Signature Sneaker champ. If you enjoy the show, please do like, subscribe, give us 5 stars if you're listening on pod, and share with a friend who wants to stay in the NBA know. Let's get it. Group chat game of the night. Cleveland Cavaliers, Los Angeles Clippers. Cavs, 15 games left, including this one. Need 14 of those to hit the 70-win mark. As mentioned, only 3 teams in NBA history would do such if they did. The 15-16 Warriors, we all know how that ended. Well, at least you should. The Warriors did not win the championship against the Cavaliers when LeBron James was a Cavalier. And the 95-96 Bulls, that team did win a title. Beginning of a 5-game Western Conference road swing for the Cavaliers. They are an NBA best 26-6 away from home. It's a big reason why you have 56 wins. Clippers head coach Ty Lue missing his 4th game of the season due to back troubles. Nuggets head coaching legend Brian Shaw filled in. Offensive shootout in spite of both of these teams having top 5 defenses in the NBA. Cavs lead by 12 in the first half, but it goes to the locker room 73-68 in their favor. DeAndre Hunter had a 15-point effort on a perfect 6-for-6 shooting. Clippers, though, swing back in the third, 38-29 quarter, 15 from Kawhi Leonard, 13 for Ivica Zubac. Big night for him on his birthday. The lead for the Clippers grows to 12. It was 10 with 2:44 left before Kawhi Leonard stuck the dagger in. 149 left above the break 3 to put his team up 13. It finishes 132-119. 2 reasons why the Clippers won. Well, there were many others, but 2 that I've selected. Zubac, he had a monster game. Turned 28, scored 28, also had 20 rebounds. And the wall effect, if you have not watched the Clippers play this year or are familiar with Intuit Dome, their new home arena, it is consistently the toughest place for visiting teams to shoot free throws because they have the wall. It is a heavily angled, closer to the court than most other arenas. I don't know if that's regulated, but it is very intimidating to shoot against. They always flout the numbers in terms of what the visitors shoot going towards the wall. The Cavs go 17 of 26 from the free throw line shooting towards the wall. They are 3 of 17 from 3. So the wall was real. Cavs front line, it's great. No question there. And Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, hook 'em horns. But if there's an area that this team has a weakness, it is against big traditional centers, of which none really play in the Eastern Conference. Bucks maybe with Brook Lopez, although he floats. Pistons with Jalen Duren. But yeah, just something to watch for the Cavs. Back-to-back losses for Cleveland. That has not happened since late January when they lost 3 in a row. This is only the 3rd time in the season that they have lost 2 in a row. Would have to win out to win 70 games. It is not impossible given the fact that they have 15 and 16-game win streaks on the regular season. But I don't know. What do you think? Can they do it? Rest of the slate, let's stay in California, but go up the coast. Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors. Warriors on the back-to-back coming off their sloppy loss to the undermanned Nuggets on Monday night. Accordingly, Steve Kerr electing to give Steph Curry the night off, saying, quote, he is exhausted right now. Steph talked about the sloppy play of the Warriors in that loss Monday night, so maybe attributing to giving him some rest. Would Jimmy Butler and company pick up the slack versus the Bucks, who are coming off a loss themselves against the Thunder? Yes, indeed they would. Game goes to clutch time, 3-point Warriors lead. after having been up 17. There's 2:22 left when Brandon Podziemski makes a three. Then after a Lillard miss, Gary Payton II has a 9-footer made. 101-93, Podziemski 3 after that puts the game on ice. 104-93, Warriors win. Game high 24 from Jimmy Butler III. 8 rebounds, 10 assists as well. Stat stuffing game for Draymond Green. Not a ton of points, just 3, but 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, 2 steals. Warriors limit Giannis to 20 points on 5 of 16 shooting. He goes 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Brooklyn, Boston, Celtics, third best record in the league. The Nets, the 5th worst. Final meeting of the regular season between the two. I don't think they're going to meet in the playoffs. Celtics 3-0, but 2 of the wins were by a combined 6 points. Tonight would be competitive. 13 lead changes, 9 ties. Brooklyn led by 2 with 7:52 left. The Celtics, though, hit a 20-8 run to close the game. Baylor Shireman, another 3-point shooter for the Celtics. They have him. Rookie shooting guard from Creighton. He dumped in 20 on 6 made threes. It was a 25-13 3-and-3 effort from a return from viral infection, Kristaps Porzingis, that led to the 104-96 Boston victory. Final game of the night, Atlanta-Charlotte. Hawks trying to stay in the best of the rest. Pack leaders play in groups 7 through 10 in the East, all of which are below 500 on the season. Get rid of the play-in. In Charlotte is where this game was played. The Hawks soared to a 36-point lead. They led horn to horn. 134-102 final, 31, 2, 8, and 3 steals for Trae Young, a double-double, 15 and 10 for Onyeka Okongwu, and 22, 7, 7, and 3 steals for the NBA steal and presumptive defensive player of the year, the great barrier thief, Dyson Daniels. All right, let's update these standings. The Cavaliers, their loss evens the overall record with the Thunder for the league's best. Both teams 56-12. So I guess the Thunder, they are still in play to win 70 games as well. Could they do it? Bucks, their loss drops them out of the 4 down to the 5, half game behind the Indianapolis Pacers, and a half game ahead of the Detroit Pistons, that 4-5-6 race, the most intriguing in the East. The Hawks, they are a full game ahead of the Magic for the 7, but 5 behind the Pistons for the 6, so the Hawks not a player in that. Warriors, they stay a half game ahead of the Wolves in the 6-7 battle, but the Clippers, their victory, they are now just a half game behind the Wolves and a full game behind the Warriors in that 6-7-8. 6 is the last guaranteed playoff spot. Anything below that, you have to play your way out of the play-in. So still, so much to play for. Heavy Pour, leading score of the night, presented by Portland Water. Visit them at drinkpdxwater.com. Kawhi Leonard poured in 33. He is part of the Signature Sneaker Showdown in his New Balance 4s. If you haven't checked out episode 1, episode 2, the LaMelo Ball 4s right there, the James Harden Volume 9s, that was episode 1, the Jokic 1s right here, and the Jordan 39s, that was episode 2. Go check it out. Dunk of the night. It was a weak crop of dunks to pick from, but Jonathan Kuminga will get the nod. Finally, performance of the night, Ivica Zubac, 28 points on his 28th birthday, a league high for the 4-game slate. Any player, 20 rebounds. Light news day, the voodoo dolls that were used upon the Pelicans for this season down in New Orleans. Wow, bad juju. Yet another season-ending injury, albeit with just a handful of games left. This, though, to one of the brightest spots on their season of misery. Trey Murphy III, a torn labrum, suffered Monday night in their 46-point loss to the Pistons. He was averaging a career best in points, 21.6, rebounds with 5.2, and assists for 3.6 assists across 52 games. So that's just more bad injury luck for the Pelicans. Final news item. If you watched yesterday's episode, if you float in the NBA social sphere, you saw Tracy Morgan losing his lunch on the garden hardwood because he had food poisoning. So we can joke about it. Tracy Morgan is fine. He had joked as well. The Knicks are 1-0 when he throws up, so he's planning to throw up when they get to the playoffs. Maybe the Knicks won't throw up in the playoffs like they usually do. House shoes. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I'm not even rocking a pair of kicks today, just the house slides. Our dog had surgery yesterday, so today's just been all about recovery. She's chilling in the studio, live studio audience, and I didn't feel like putting on kicks. So no kicks, but let's talk colleges with the most players in the NBA. March Madness has begun. I don't understand why brackets aren't due until Thursday when the Tuesday-Wednesday matchups can affect. What if you pick an 11 seed to make the Final Four? That should count. Anyway, colleges with the most players in the NBA. Kentucky. Shout out John Calipari because he has put 29 players into the league currently. Duke has 24, surprisingly enough. Do you think you could get 15? I don't know if I could. I'd really have to dig. UCLA, 14. Arizona has 12. There are 4 schools tied with 11 each. Arkansas, surprising. Gonzaga, not. Kansas, no. And USC. And then 3 schools that have 10 apiece. Michigan, Texas, and Baylor. All right, who you got for your Final Four? You know who I'm rocking with. My Texas Longhorns snuck in as an 11 seed. They'll be playing in the first 4 game on Wednesday night. Also, worth mentioning, go out, check out ESPN.com. I will link below. There was a piece on Greg Popovich and his journey this season through having a mild stroke and potentially returning to the sideline. Good piece of reporting done by Ramona Shelburne and the rest of the ESPN reporting crew on the NBA. So I will link that, and it is worth your time. What to watch Wednesday night in the National Basketball Association. Much busier than Tuesday. 11 games. Rockets, Magic. Houston, they now are owners of the league best 7-game win streak. Remember, it was the Magic that snapped the Cavs NBA season longest win streak of 16. That should be a scrappy game. Nuggets, Lakers, a full game swing is at stake in that 2 through 5 West race between the two. And then a quartet of games I circled could be interesting. Chicago, Phoenix. I want to see how Kobe White's balling. Player of the week. Phoenix trying to get into that 8 spot. Memphis, Portland, Cleveland, Sacramento, and Detroit, Miami. Signature Sneaker Showdown. If you haven't yet, go out, check out episode 2. I promise you, it is worth your while. If you miss anything, as always, we got you here, Z's and 3s. You sleep, I peep. Share with a friend, like and subscribe. We will see you back here tomorrow. Peace.